Am I missing something? Do, 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 do.
Hi, Kathy.
Hey, John, how's it going?
Well, I'm kind of over the moon.
Yeah.
I'm picking up Susan from the airport this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So flights and things are still happening domestically. That's good.
Well, yeah. I mean, she bailed on. She was booked on Friday with Southwest,
Uh-huh.
and they kept on putting her off, and so she went to American Airlines and found a flight today, and they said they could cancel at any time, but
Yeah.
she made the connection in Philadelphia, and so she's on her way home. So
Great.
Oh,
yeah.
Yay.
Hi.
that's such good news. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, happy Earth Day.
Birthday. Good
Happy
morning.
Day. I just came in right at the last second to hear that news, John. That's so great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
It's an Earth Day miracle.
it is. It's a day of gratitude.
And how is the earth feeling? I'd like to know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like finally a break from these people.
I'm thinking that the Earth is pretty much celebrating this,
Yeah.
the effects of this virus.
Yeah, at first, when I like those like news stories were coming in, I was like, oh, that's so wonderful. And then all the memes of like, oh, there's dolphins in this gross lake, the earth is healing. So all that stuff has been actually pretty funny. How are we feeling today? Okay.
Grateful.
Yeah,
I don't know how that.
that's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So you seem to intuit what my body needs. I'm just going along with you.
It's funny that you say that because I was going to tell you, no, this is not a new behavior for me, but I was feeling really good this week. So I worked out like a bunch and I had like a few days off in a row. And so of course I was like, okay, I'm just going to hit it really hard. So now, like when I was at the top of the stairs out back in Prema, I was like, how am I going to walk down them? That's how bad my legs were hurting this morning. So we'll just see how it goes. I'm going to do my best. But I think probably we'll focus, even though it's going to hurt, probably some like quad, hip, hamstring. And then I'd like to try to get some shoulder and upper back stuff in. But, it always takes its own life form kind of. So we'll see how it goes. Any other requests before we get started?
Yeah, I'm good.
Charles?
I'm good.
Sorry, I was muted. My back is torn. My back is torn up. I'd love to do any back stuff.
Okay, perfect. That's perfect. All of our hip work at the beginning will probably, is it your low back?
Yep.
Yeah, that's like the culprit right now for people. We're sitting, I think, a lot more. Like the whole Netflix lifestyle has us sitting in that weird position on the couch or in bed that like we normally would only do for maybe a few minutes or like an hour every once in a while. And now it's like the form we're in all the time, that kind of like little L shape with the body. So we're probably pretty tight through the hip flexors and our psoas. That's probably creating some tension in the low back. I know it is for me. So, all right, hips, okay. All right, so let's start laying down. I'm gonna mute us all for now. Yay, Charlene's here. It's so nice to have you guys here, I have to say. What a joy. Alrighty, here we go. All right. So let's take a few breaths, right? Get a nice long inhales and exhales. We'll just start with a little bit of sound. Maybe let's take a couple breaths together where we actually have like an audible exhalation. So take a big breath in through the nose. And as you exhale and release the breath through the mouth, just let there be some sound to it. So if that feels silly, lean in a little bit harder. That's okay. 2 more like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. Good. 1 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Let the body settle in. Let the body slow down. Start to deepen flow of the breath. So inviting the breath today into the center of the chest. And if you'd like, you can put the hands over the chest. That may stir some emotion or something, right? Maybe, maybe not. If it does, lean in, right? So maybe the hands over the chest here. Just allow the inhales to move right into the heart space. Right, I think we've decided our theme today ought to be gratitude. And there is a connection between that concept of gratitude and the energetic placement of the hand over the heart space, right? It's almost an automatic action when someone does something kind to you or you're moved in deeply, right? Your hand kind of naturally flows to that heart space. Right? It's where we feel that connection with our capital S self, our capital I, right? That thing within us that is unchanging, that thing that connects us to every other living being. It's right in here. So just a few breaths, taking a second. And maybe asking yourself, all right, so things are kind of weird right now, but what do I have to be grateful for? I'll tell you, I didn't start my morning in the best mood. I started it kind of with a lot of judgment over myself. I don't know why, but I had to like shake that off and really come back into this place and be like, okay, Jen, really? And my mom gave me this like task or kind of like a exercise. When you're feeling like that, you're feeling, pardon me, but when you're feeling like shit, can I make a little list of things that make me happy and things that I'm grateful for, right? That turns it right around. And there's a whole concept in yogic tradition around that too. It's changing the negative to a positive, right? Negative thought to a positive thought. So maybe making a little list right here. What are some things that I'm grateful for today? Some things that I'm happy about in this moment that I can lean into when the other things are kind of dark and hard. It can be simple. It can be your dog. It can be your plant. It can be your yard. It can be your beloved. It can be, you know, that the sun is shining. It can be anything. It can be that maybe you don't have to work today. Whatever it is, whatever your little list, right? Maybe make like 3 or 5 things in your head. What are some things I'm feeling good about today? Right, and then we can carry that, you know, that sense of joy with us into the practice. And that doesn't mean it has to be perfect. And that doesn't mean that other things won't come up and that there isn't other work to do that doesn't feel good. That's okay. As long as we don't forget that this other stuff is still here, right? They coexist. The yin, the yang, the light, the dark, it's all one big thing. Right, and then from this space, we can invite in some movement. We can start changing how the breath is moving, maybe finding that little whispery sound on your inhale and on your exhale. Invite a little bit of movement into the body, giving a wiggle to the fingers, a wiggle to the toes. And then as we inhale, taking a nice big breath in, sweep the arms up and overhead. Take a nice big full body stretch, reaching the arms out long back behind the head, reaching the legs out long. And then as you exhale, we'll hug the knees into the chest. Give the knees a nice little squeeze in towards the body. A little rock from side to side. So like many of you, my low back has been feeling it too, right? So let's lead into that a little bit with our hip work. Let's start with a gentle spinal twist though. So take the feet to the floor. Take the arms in a T, relax the arms, shift your hips over to the right, and then draw the knees into the chest, take a breath in, and as you exhale, drop the legs over to the left. Draw the knees a little closer to the chest. Your left hand may want to rest on the right thigh, and then just find some space across the chest. You could even take this left hand, take the heel of the hand to the top of the thigh, right where it meets that little frontal hip bone, and then press it away. And then notice how this gives more length to that right low back. Okay, so just finding some space. That's all we're doing, right? Looking for more space in the body. Take the right leg back up to center, left leg back up. Set the feet to the floor, shift the hips over to the left side of the mat. Hug the knees in towards the chest, and then exhale, legs to the right. Again, maybe your right hand rests on the left thigh. Maybe you take the heel of that right hand and give a little press, right where the hip is lengthening away. More space in the low back here. And just a couple of breaths. Right, and this isn't something you have to come to class for. This isn't like a tool in your pocket, right? Being able to just lay down and twist the spine. Slowly come back to center. Move the hips back to the middle of the mat. Hug both knees in towards the chest. And then from here, just hug the right knee in. Let the left leg stretch out long. And then squeeze that right knee towards the center of the chest. And now ground your left heel down. Turn the left inner thigh down to the floor. So we've got a neutral position in this left thigh. Keep the right hand on the right knee or shin. We're gonna open and close this right leg a few times. Left arm can go wherever it's comfortable. Inhale, open the right knee out to the side. Now keep reaching the left heel away. Exhale back to center. Inhale, open right knee out to the side. Exhale back to center. Let's do 3 more like that. Inhale, open it out to the side. And exhale back. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, open the right knee out to the side. Pause here. Draw that right knee closer to the right shoulder. And as you're squeezing that right knee up, reach the left heel away. So more space in the low belly. Take a breath in. Use your exhale, guide the right leg across the body, taking a different variation of that twist, left hand to the knee, right leg all the way across. And now from here, you can take the right thumb into that hip crease. Again, press the hip and the thigh away. Right, so it's like we're trying to open up all along that lower part of your back, just above the crust of the pelvis. Good. And then come back to center. And we'll switch to the second side, hug the left knee in towards the chest. Let the right leg stretch out long, reach through the heel. Squeeze that left knee in towards the chest. And ground the right heel down. Right inner thigh turns down. Good, then from here, left hand holds onto the left knee or shin, right arm wherever it's comfortable, and we'll open and close a couple of times. Inhale, open knee out to the side. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale to open. Exhale, center. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, center. I think we have two more. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. Last one. Inhale, open the left knee out to the side. Now draw that left knee closer to the left shoulder and then reach the right heel away. Get a little bit more space. Deep breath in. And exhale, now guide the left leg across, twist. From here, take this left thumb into the hip crease. Just give it a little press away as you twist. Right, so we're lengthening and then twisting a little bit deeper. Just kind of in the opposite direction that we do a twist if we're seated, right? Lengthen, twist. Good. And then slowly come back to center. Good, from here. So we're gonna kind of try this Sukhasana Padangusthasana C without a strap. So we'll start with the left foot on the floor, knee bent, and then you're gonna interlace your hands behind the right thigh, right? And then start to reach the right heel up towards the sky. All right, press the thigh into the hands. Press the hands back into the thigh, right? If this doesn't happen easily in your body, you can always use like a hand towel or something behind it, right? Breathe here. Reach the heel up. Now from here, let's start to slide the left heel away. So our legs are in a little L shape. We're gonna take a nice big breath in here. Release the hands from behind the thigh. You're gonna use the left hand by the lower part of the leg. Keep the right leg straight. And then we're gonna take it all the way across the body. So we're gonna work and reach through this heel. We're not just gonna let it flop down, right? We're gonna press the heel away, right? You could use the hand to kind of give it a little kickstand here if that's helpful, right? Press the left leg down into the floor and then just kind of mirroring what we've already done. Thumb to the hip crease, press it away. Keep reaching the right heel away from you. This should start to wake up our outer right hip, our hamstrings, our IT band. Good. Breathe here. Last breath. Good. And then slowly come back up, bend the knee, and then we'll switch sides. Both feet on the floor for a moment. Interlace the hands behind the left thigh and then reach the left leg up to the sky. Yeah? Press through the heel. Engage through the quads. If you worked out a lot this week, this is gonna hurt. Right? Press the thigh into the hands, hug the hands back into the thigh. Good, breathe here, just creating some resistance. And then from here, let's slide the right leg out. Good, take a breath in. Inner right thigh down. And then as we exhale, we're gonna release the hands, use the right hand on that lower part of the left leg, guide the leg across the body. Again, keeping that left thigh about the height of the hip, reach through the heel, so leg is off the floor. If you need some support, use the right fingertips under that left lower leg. Left thumb comes into the hip crease, and then press the thigh, the hip away as you reach through that heel, right? Should feel like a lot of activity over here in this outer left hip area. Good, breathe. That's all you can do, right? Breathe into it. Good. And then come back to center. Let's hug both knees into the chest, one hand on each knee. Circle the legs around. And then the other direction. And feet to the floor, our tried and true figure four, our sciatica buster, our low back best friend. Right ankle over the left thigh. At first, just take the heels of the hands to the tops of the thighs here, right under your little frontal hip bones, and then press away. Get a little bit of length in that low belly area. And then as you release the hands, give a small press down into the left foot. Feel your low back widen across the floor. Take a breath in. And then use the exhale, engage the belly, draw the left leg towards the chest, interlace the hands behind the thigh. Now again, you're at home. If you don't have a strap and you need something to support you, you can use like a little washcloth behind or a hand towel behind the thigh to hold on to, or your foot can stay on the floor, right? That's fine. Or you can use a wall behind that left foot. All right, from here, as this left thigh draws into the chest, we want to think of this right thigh shifting away, right? Open up all that space along the low back. And we're just gonna take 5 breaths here. Okay. Long inhale. Long exhale. 4 more like that. One more breath. Now, keep the legs as they are. Release the hands, and then we're gonna drop the legs over to the left. Left hand is gonna hold on to the right top of the foot or ankle. Your right knee is pointing towards the sky. Your right hip is now gonna start dropping down towards the floor. This is a very small movement, right? Right hip drops down, and nice big stretch where our IT band connects to the hip. Breathe here. And slowly unwind, gently come back to center. You may want to stretch that right leg out, give it a little wiggle before we move on to the second side. Both feet to the floor from here, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Hands to the top of the thighs and give them a little press away from the body. Good. Take a breath in. All right, feel that little push of the right foot into the floor to draw the frontal hip bones up and lengthen through the low back. And then use your exhale, invite that right thigh towards the chest, right? As you're hugging the right leg in, left hip shifts away from the body. Good, breathe. One side may be very different than the other, right? We're just doing 5 breaths in our little figure 4, our low back best friend. 2 more breaths. Last one. And keep the legs as they are. Release the hands. Breathe in. Exhale, legs to the right. Ooh, right hand to that left ankle, top of the foot. Knee points to the sky, and we'll start to drop the left hip down. Right? It's only going to move a teeny tiny little bit. It doesn't have to be a huge movement, right? Just so you start to feel that big stretch in that left hip. Breathe here. All right, starts to burn a little bit. That's okay. Breathe into it. Good. And then slowly come back to center. Stretch the leg out long. Give it a little shaky shake. Okay, hug both knees to the chest. Let's roll to our side and then press yourself up. Let's find a seated position, please. So you can always sit on a blanket or a towel. We're gonna find Sukhasana from here, so maybe elevating the pelvis a little bit. We'll cross the shins at the center. Move your stuff that you put too close out of the way. Okay. Crossing the shins at the center. Let the palms face up. On the thighs, let the shoulders soften down. You can walk the feet to where they're pretty close to under the bend of the knees. Roll your shoulders up towards the sky and then down the back. Good. Feel the pelvis heavy on the floor, the blanket, the mat. From here, inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more like that. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, let's take one hand down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the other arm up towards the sky. It doesn't really matter which one you do first. Keep a little bend in this bottom arm. So the bend of the elbow is drawing towards your lower ribs here, and spread the fingers wide on that hand. This is gonna help keep that opposite hip down. Now reach through these top fingertips. And then start to turn your chest to the sky. Maybe the gaze can move past the hand or just past that right upper arm or top upper arm. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you're gonna reach this arm forward, sweep it across diagonally. We're gonna switch right over to the other side, right? Little graceful ballerinas here. Spread the hand on the ground nice and wide. Draw the elbow gently towards the ribs and then reach the arm up. See this big, nice arc. Good. And then maybe the chest can start to turn up to the sky. And we're gonna do that a couple more times, just moving with the breath. Inhale. As you exhale, reach it forward like you're trying to grab the computer screen. And then reach the other arm up. Inhale. Exhale across. Reach it forward and then sweep the other arm up. With the breath. Forward, and you're not going to have a set amount of reps to do, just move with the breath. Inhale at the top. Use the exhale to reach forward. Inhale. Maybe you can find a little more of a turn up towards the sky each time as you arrive. Good. Let's do a couple more. Last one, reach it forward. And then come all the way up to center. Hands to the heart. All right, switch the cross of the shins. Please opposite shin in front. And we'll take a little twist from here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, turn to the side. Fingertips behind you. Inhale, get a little bit taller, right? That concept of lengthening the spine so we can twist deeper. And you can use this hand on the outer knee to help turn, right? This is our like external lever. It's helping us twist a little bit deeper. Last breath. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And then over to the other side. Inhale, get taller. Exhale to revolve. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands down through the heart space. So let's do a little yin inspired hip stuff here. So we're gonna take, let's take our left leg out to the side, draw the right heel towards the pubic bone. You're just gonna let this leg relax. It's gonna go against every fiber of your hatha yoga being, but you're just gonna let it relax, right? We're gonna inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward. Fingertips find the floor. So maybe it's up here, it doesn't matter. And we're just gonna walk the hands over to the bent knee. And then we'll walk the hands over to the straight leg. Good. And then we'll come back to center. Walk the hands out a little bit further again. Relax that leg, just looking for a big stretch in that thigh and our hamstrings. And then slowly bring it back up. Draw the opposite heel in, other leg out long. Just relax it, don't overthink it. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale. All right, so maybe the side's a little bit tighter. That's okay. Walk the hands over to the bent knee, get a little bit of length through that side. Good, and then hands over to the straight leg. And then back to center. Hold it in, just a couple breaths. And then we're gonna come back up. And then both feet together, Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. Little diamond shape with the legs. You can rest the hands on the shins. Inhale, get some length. Yeah, exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in. If you're like me and you've got a lot of pitta blood in you, that's like fire, right? Your natural instinct is to grab the feet and pull yourself down and force it. So if that's you, turn your palms up, take out the temptation, right? If that's not you, you can let your palms face down. Couple breaths, right? And you can round the back here, that's fine, right? We're just looking for some space in the low back here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then slowly press yourself back up. Let the legs come out, give them a little shake. Okay, let's make our way onto the shins from here. And again, you can keep a blanket or a pillow or whatever, towel underneath it. So let's come up to the shins and then we're gonna come up here, okay? So shins, knees about frontal hip bones distance, our little hip bones distance apart. Press down into the shins. If it helps you balance, you can curl the toes under, right? That's up to you. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, shift the hips back towards the heels. Let the hands find the low back. Round the back over the thighs. Turn the head to the side. Inhale, press down into the shins. Sweep your arms up. And over to the other side. Slow with the breath. Round the back, drop the head down. Inhale, up, back to center, breathe in. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the other side. One more, each side. Inhale, press down into the shins. Engage the quads, breathe in. Exhale, other side. Last one, breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Hands to the heart. Okay, so press down into the shins, hands to the hips. Again, if you want to curl the toes under to help balance, that's fine. We're gonna firm the right hip in. We're gonna step our left leg out to the side. Good, from here, slide the hand down the straight leg, reach the opposite arm up to the sky and then over. And turn the chest up. Good. Breathe here. 2 more breaths. Good. Back to center with control, right? Engage the core, hands to the hips. Step that leg back onto the second side. Step the opposite leg out to the side, firm the outer hip in. Slide the hand down the straight leg. Inhale, sweep the arm up. Turn the chest to the sky. And 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, back up. Hands to the hips. Take the knee back. Okay, let's come to tabletop pose from here. So knees underneath the hips, and I will say, we're gonna take a couple moon salutations. So if you wanna keep this on the mat for your knees, you're more than welcome to. Let's start with a little cat-cow. Knees underneath the hips, hands under the shoulders, and as we inhale, heart forward. As you exhale, curl the tailbone down, round the back, drop the head. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to round. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, curl the tailbone down, push the ground away. Find a nice flat back from here. Walk your hands forward a little bit, spread your fingers wide. Curl your toes under, feel the low belly engage, and then lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal the heels, bend the right knee, bend the left knee. Swap it out a couple of times. Maybe you drop the heels from side to side. Maybe you take your giant sweater off that you wore to yoga. Okay. And drop the heels over. And to the other side. Okay. From here, inhale, sweep the right leg up to the height of the hip. Press the left thigh back, take a breath in. As you exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, step the foot between the hands. Drop your left knee down to the floor, right? You can keep the toes curled under or you can press the top of the foot down into the mat. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up. Good. Take a hold of your left wrist with the hand and we're just gonna lean over to the right. Keep firming that right hip back in. Breathe here. Right knee over the ankle. Inner thighs drawing together. Breathe in. Release the hands down to the floor. Press the thigh up. Step it back. Down dog. Inhale, float left leg to the height of the hip. As you exhale, hug the knee to the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Drop the right knee down to the floor. Again, toes can stay curled under or top of the foot can press down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, right? Go ahead, take a hold of the right wrist with the left hand, give a little pull up, and then a lean over to the left as you firm the left hip back and in. Go ahead, back to center, hands to the floor. From here, we're gonna lift this back heel up, or back knee up, just kidding, and then step the foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, heart forward. Fingertips can be on the shins or on the floor. Exhale, fold it in. 2 more like that. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold it in. Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. You almost got it right. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we're gonna do some moon salutations. It's a new moon. We're in Taurus now. This is like my time to shine. So we are gonna lean into some moon salutations. I'm pretty sure we've all done them before, but you know, just go along as best you can. Hands to the heart. Let's keep the feet about hips width distance. If your low back is bothering you, they can be a little bit wider. Right? Maybe a little bend in the knees. Hands to the chest. From here, we're gonna inhale, reach both hands up, find a little bend in the upper back. Right? Then from here, exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. From here, step the right leg back. So left foot stays forward this time, right knee back. Keep the left foot on the floor, right knee on the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Low lunge. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Press the thigh up with control, step the foot back. Drop your knees down to the floor. Keep your little toes here curled under. Inhale, we're gonna rock the chest forward. We're gonna keep the hips high. We're gonna exhale, knees, chest, chin. Yeah, keep firming the upper arms and slide it forward, baby cobra. Curl the toes under, press yourself through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, float the left leg to the height of the hip. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest, step the foot between the hands. Don't step on your hair. Let the right leg follow forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, let the palms find one another. Lift. Exhale, hands to the heart. Second side, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, find a little bend in the upper back. Exhale, hands down. Fold, inhale, half. From here, step the left foot back this time, right foot stays forward, left knee to the earth. Inhale, sweep it up. Good, exhale, hands down. Press the left thigh up, step the right foot back, knees to the floor. Once again, rock the chest forward, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide it forward, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Curl the toes under, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the foot between the hands. Allow the back leg to follow. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and breathe in. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we're gonna do that again, but this time we'll do it with crescent pose instead of the low lunge, right? So if you'd like to move your blanket out of the way, or if you're like, no, I'm gonna stay with the lunge today, that's fine. All right. Chandra Namaskar, moon salutation. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. From here, step the right foot back. Little bend in the right knee. Keep that knee lifted. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Crescent lunge. Inhale, breathe in. Good, exhale, hands to the floor, step it back. Knees down to the earth. Heart forward, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Curl your toes under, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Float the left leg up. Knee to chest, step the foot between the hands. Inhale, right leg forward, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Hands to the heart. Second side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. This time, step the left foot back. Keep the heel lifted, knee lifted. Inhale, crescent. Right, sweep the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back. Drop the knees down. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Slide it forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Allow the left foot to follow. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. All right. From here, if you have a block, let's go ahead and place it behind our right ankle. And then we're gonna take the legs wide on the mat. Yeah? Great. So feet nice and wide, about as wide as the hands. We're gonna take the hands to the hips. Bend your right knee. Pick the heel up, externally rotate the leg. So toes are now pointing away from us, towards the top of the mat. And then we're gonna pick the back heel up and shift it back. So when we look at our feet, we're lined up front heel to back arch. Yeah? You can always make it a little bit wider if you want. So hands to the hip, let's draw that front hip back a little bit. Lift that frontal hip bone. And then anchor here through the back leg. Now from here, take the arms into a T. So our legs are straight here, we're just in regular old Trikonasana, right? So drawing this front thigh up a little bit. And if you're like me and you lock out here, a little bit of a press of that calf muscle into the shin. Now anchor through this back heel. And then from here, this back hip starts to shift up, front hip back, reach this front arm away from you. And once you can't get any more length, then from here, just the arms tilt, right? So it's not like we're coming down. We're reaching. We stay here in the torso, and then the hand finds the shin, the block, perhaps the floor. Now, right hip draws back and in, yes. Hip lifts up, lengthen through this side body, and then we can start to turn the chest up towards the sky. Right? It's like this lower rib cage is revolving to the upper part of the rib cage. Now soften the shoulders down and away from the ears. Good. Gaze can be down at the inner part of the foot or the big toe. Right? Up towards the sky, wherever it's comfortable in your neck. Now take this top hand, flip your palm so the thumb is facing or going towards your hips. Bend the elbow, take the arm behind the back. Just so the top of the hand is on the low back. And then widen across the chest a little bit more. And reach the top arm to the sky. And then from here, let's reach it long. So we're gonna anchor more through this back heel as you reach the arm. Turn the chest up. Beautiful. One more breath here. From here, take the gaze down to the floor. Bend this front knee. Keep the weight in the back leg. Sweep both arms up, warrior two. Relax the shoulders. Keep drawing that right hip back, frontal hip bones up, and then flip the palm. Reach it up and back. Reverse. Good. Back to center. Hands to the hips. Straighten the knee. Turn the toes forward. Right, if you had a block, let's move it to the other side. Right, Trikonasana is so lovely. There's like always something new happening in that posture. So hands to the hips, right? Pick up the left knee, externally rotate the leg so toes point away from you, and then kick the back heel back so it's on an angle, right? Pretty wide stance between the legs, I'd say. Right? So a little lift here, and then draw that hip back. Right? And then from here, this shift where this hip draws in and the top hip starts to almost lift up. And then let's reach the arms out. Reach, reach, reach through this bottom arm until you cannot get any more length in that lower side body. And then just the hand finds the floor, or the block, or the shin, or whatever you have there. Good. So anchoring through this back, right? Drawing that hip in, lengthening through the side body. So we're not banana-ing out here. We've got to soften it down. And then feel the ribs turning up to the sky. Yes. Breathe here. Now let's flip the top palm. Gently take the arm behind the back. So as you have this arm behind the back, you can start to widen, my hair out of the way, open up the chest, so it's reaching up towards the sky. Good. Reach the arm back. And then to the front of the room. Breathe. One more breath. Now take the gaze down to the floor. Bend the knee. Anchor through the back leg. Sweep it up. Warrior two. All right, front hip back, left back thigh back. And then flip the palm. Reach it up and back. Good. Back to center. Hands to the hips, straighten the knee. Turn the toes in. All right. From here, go ahead and step your feet together. We're gonna do Padangusthasana the first, and then we'll do Prasarita Padangusthasana D. So let's have the feet about hips width distance apart, right? We're familiar with this one. We do this one a lot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold it in. Now from here, peace fingers, index, middle finger, thumb, wrap around the big toe. Inhale, heart forward. Little bend to the knees, exhale, fold it in. Crown of the head seeks the floor. Elbows seek the side of the room. 5 breaths. Two more breaths. Inhale, heart forward. Take the hands to the hips, come all the way up to standing. Okay, so we're gonna do that again, just with the legs wide. So it's a variation of Prasarita Padottanasana. There's 4, I think. So we're gonna take the feet wide again. We'll start with our first variation with the fingertips on the hands on the floor. You may choose to stay there. You may choose to be a little bit adventurous today and try this one. We'll see. Let's start with the hands on the hips. Wide and across the chest. Heart opens, breathe in, heart, like breath right to the center of the chest. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold it. Now maybe your hands stay on the floor. Maybe you take your peace fingers, you wrap them around your big toe with the legs wide. Inhale, get some length. Exhale, elbows bend once again, crown of the head down. Shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna breathe here. Hug the outer ankles in, outer hips in. Good work. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Walk the hands forward. Let's take a wide leg downward facing dog. Good. And then slowly start to press it back up. Hands to the hips, all the way up to standing, and then pop our feet together. Okay. Take the feet about hips width distance. Let's turn the toes out. Sounded very Canadian there. Turn your toes out. And then from here, let's find a squat. Okay. Hands to the chest. Good. Tailbone dropping down, frontal hip bones lifting, low belly lifting. And then press your upper outer arms into the thighs. Firm your thighs back into the arms. All right, so it should feel very active. 5 breaths. Last breath.
Thank you very much for letting me share this special evening.
Take the fingertips down, lift the hips up, turn your toes in, give a nice little bend to your knees, and then roll all the way up. Let's go ahead and find our tree pose from here. So hands to the hips, please. And then bend the right knee, firm the left hip in, externally rotate the leg. Good. From here, we're going to take the foot to the inner calf, or perhaps our inner thigh. Hands can stay on the hips. Maybe you want to take the hands to the heart. Let's work towards 5 breaths here. Really gentle. Okay, pressing down into the standing foot. Feel that foot pressing into the thigh, thigh back into the foot. Where can I soften? Now, from here, release the hands. We're gonna release the knee, hold on, or release the foot, hold on to the knee with the hand. Inhale, open out to the side. Exhale, back to center. Just 2 more like that. Inhale, open it out. Back to center. Last one, open it out to the side. Back to center. Reach the leg out long, hold. And release. Good. Give a little shake to that standing leg. And then on to our second side. Hands to the hips. Bend the left knee. Right. Externally rotate the leg. Take the foot to the lower leg or perhaps to our inner thigh. And then hands to the heart. You fall out, you just come right back in, no big deal. Gentle breath. Last one. Release the hands down. Release the foot, take a hold of your knee. Inhale, open out to the side. Good. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, open out to the side. Back to center. Last one. Inhale, open it out to the side. Back to center. Extend the leg, hold. And release. Give it a little shake. Inhale, sweep the arms out. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Fold it in. Take the feet a little bit wider than your hips. Bend the knees and just hang it forward. Okay? 2. Couple more breaths here like that. Release the fingertips down to the floor. Again, take the feet a little bit wider. Sit your hips down. And then we'll make our way into a seated position. So let's take a forward fold. We're gonna take again, our yin approach here. So you can take Sukhasana. You can take double pigeon, right? If this knee can stay down and your hip isn't, shouting at you, right? You may take Siddhasana, heel in front of heel. You could take half lotus, right? Whatever's calling to you today. If full lotus is in your practice, go for it, right? We're gonna inhale, get some length. Keep the hips nice and rooted down. We're gonna walk the hands forward and fold it in. Support the head with whatever you need to. So maybe that is a blanket, a towel, or a block. We're gonna be here for about a minute and just try to settle into it. Breathe into the parts of the hips that are offering you discomfort or dis-ease. We're always asking, where can I soften? Where can I find more ease? Usually starts with the breath. Right? Where you slowly start to press yourself back up. Let the legs come out long. Give them a little shake, a little swishy swish back and forth. And then we'll switch to the other side. So again, taking whatever variation of this you're comfortable with. Right? Shin in front of shin. Right? Maybe double pigeon, if that works for you, great. Maybe half lotus, maybe heel in front of heel, right? And then we'll get a little bit of lean. And we'll fold it in. Slowly start to press ourselves back up. All right, let the legs come out long. Give a little shake. All right. And then now I'm going to take whatever seated position is most comfortable for you. And if you want to sit up against something, that's fine. We're going to do a little pranayama. So Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. This goes against every guideline, but we're going to touch our face a little bit. So alternate nostril breathing, right? Activate the right and left brain, clear out the channels. So really simple, and don't overthink it. We're gonna let our index and middle finger just gently rest right between the brows. And we don't have to overcomplicate it and twist our fingers around or anything like that. We're just gonna let our thumb and our ring finger rest just at the bridge of the nose. So kind of right where your nostril tapers up. So when you press very lightly, right, you can block off the airway. So 2 fingers right between the brow space, thumb and ring finger. If you want to wrap these 2 around, you can. They're pinky finger, ring finger, or you can just let it hang out. It's fine. And then we're going to firm the other arm in towards the side. Let the palm face down or up, whatever works for you. And we're going to firm this other arm in towards us, right? So energy is contained here. You're going to block off the left side of the nose. Inhale through the right nostril. Block off the right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block off the left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block off right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block off the left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block off right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block off left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block off right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block off left. Exhale right. Release the hand, both palms facing up on the thighs, and just continue that pattern of prana. Inhale through one side. Pause at the top, exhale through the other side. Do that a couple of times. Inhale, up one side. Exhale. Take a few breaths where prana flows in and out through both sides of the nose. Take one hand over the heart space. Other hand over that. Think of the breath moving into the center of the chest. Here, trying not to disturb yourself too much, we're going to transition into Shavasana. Slowly, gently making your way onto the back. And gently deepen the flow of your breath. Give a little wiggle to your fingers and toes. As you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, draw the knees to the chest. And a little squeeze to the body. Let's gently roll to the side. And slowly, mindfully go ahead and press yourself back up. Hands to the heart. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May our thoughts, may our actions in some way contribute to their happiness and freedom. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. All right, we're unmuted. Thanks, guys. Good
Thank
work.
Thank you, Jen. Hey, Jen, a question. Do you participate with a laptop?
Yeah.
And do you use an external microphone?
Mm-hmm. No.
No.
Mm-mm.
You might, the only thing about the laptop microphone is that it's kind of voice activated and your harmonium kind of goes.
Oh, it cuts in and out.
It cuts, well, it's kind of, it's not smooth the way
Yeah.
I know it is in the room. And
We'll use a recording then.
okay. I just wanted to-
I'll lip sync.
if you had an external microphone, you know, that would,
It's something to look into. I don't know how long we'll be doing things this way. So,
Yeah.
you know, if it's long term, we may have to pony up and get some like real equipment, not just an iPhone.
right. A great class, though. Thank you.
Of course. You guys have a beautiful day. Try to get outside if you can. Get some sunshine. Bye. I miss you guys.
Thank you, Jen.
Have a good one. Thanks. Bye, John.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.